Do a real quick test to see if we are or not. Because sometimes I've had a little bit of trouble getting things going early on. Plus, I do also want to check and see how the music is doing. So give me just a moment, and let's take a listen. It could be the music is a little bit loud. Let me turn that down just a tad. And pardon me 1 second. There we are. So, Europa Universalis 4, very much not my normal wargame thing, but a game that I often play to relax, and Florence has missions. I haven't played it since it got missions. It's been that long, which is quite a little while, shall we say. They seem pretty good. We also have some pretty decent ideas, and I'm thinking we lean into the tech cost and we just play super tall. So with that, let's go ahead and get started, and we'll unpause here in just a minute. As soon as we get a couple of things out of the way, I want the admin +1, of course. That's usually worthwhile. And let's do oversight by the clergy. That's too expensive for me to want to grant it. Lots of the rest of these I honestly think are a bit of a new player trap sometimes, so I think perhaps not for us right now, and I'll explain that a little bit as we go on, but we'll do this. We'll do supremacy over the council. We are republic. At least we should be. Yeah, so... no, monarch. Interesting. Check government reform. Yeah, we are a republic, good. But it's Italian Signoria, which we don't like. The elections are too infrequent. We start with a good ruler, but it won't stay that way. So we're going to want to get rid of that if we can. Basically, I actually put the math for this on a spreadsheet. It's pretty goofy. But since the nerf to republics quite a while ago, as it turns out, pretty much the only one I think is worthwhile is a 4-year, which you can eventually get down to 2 years, which is part of what makes it so worthwhile. So we are going to try and get our starting alliances here, which... ooh, not looking good. Not looking great. Okay, let's see. Milan, Genoa, Ferrara. That is a rough set of rivals, but you know what? We'll rival back. And I did forget as well, in clergy we are going to grant the religious diplomats. So let's do this. And now let's take a look with that +1 to Diplo bonus if we can get... okay, so we can get Mantova, Saluzzo. This is important because we need... wait, where is it? So we need 12 there, we're getting 8. Okay, we can push that, and then we need 2 countries with capitals in Italy to be our allies. So it doesn't matter how big they are, it doesn't matter how small they are, and for right now, just to get that... yeah, this is going to be a little bit rough. But I think we give it a go. And we go 1 day, and now we try and get an alliance with Mantova. Good. We can do Florentine diplomacy and the Italian League, and that right there gives us permanent claims on everything here, most notably Siena and Lucca. And if you are watching, can you let me know if the music is still a little too loud? I'm kind of getting the sense that it might be, so I'm going to turn it down just a bit more. Alright. So with that, we can actually unpause, get things going a little bit, and we are going to fire this guy as soon as we can because we're not making a lot of money. I don't want to go bankrupt right away. Seems like a bad thing to do. We're also going to not really be using our fleets much, and we don't need... okay, geez. Siena allied with Austria because, of course. Lucca with Genoa. That might be a nice, easy first target, but we need more money than we have. And can we get any strong allies here? Not really. Provence is not a good ally. Burgundy is not a good ally. Ooh, personal diplomacy is taking a bit of a back seat today. So let's fire there. It's alright to have the focus on Diplo for a little bit. I think it's probably fine. And let's look at the army size Genoa. That's 9. And Lucca is 5. What we could do is we could go up to about 12. And we win the first fight versus Lucca. And we never have to worry about them again. But we need a couple months of padding here for our best chance of success financially, so we don't want to lose that. And let's just keep an eye on the Lucan allies. Just Genoa. They're in a trade league. Okay, it's just Lucca. That might grow. That might be an issue. Other avenues would be... Jeez. Ally with somebody... Look, this game has some anti-player bias, and it's pretty funny when it happens. But if I play Bologna, I guarantee you not getting a Hungarian alliance. If I play Siena, I guarantee you not going to be getting an Austrian alliance. So, oh, anti-player bias is what it is. Still, we have a fair amount of routes for expansion, the worst of which is through Venice. And honestly, it's not the worst thing to wait either, because we're going to hit... Actually, let's do this. Let's get ourselves a level 1 Morale of Armies Advisor. This will cancel out our -5 from Craven and add another 5 on top of it. In the chat, Jaden Hilty, is the game good? Yes. Yeah, the game's good. It's actually... I've been playing this game for about 10, 11 years now, and the thing about it is that it's horrible, and then it's a lot of fun, and then when you get a little bit better at it, it becomes kind of horrible again, until you get around that crest, because for a while it's just Map Painter Simulator, and then you get really good enough to start doing what you want with it instead of just what you think you have to with it, and those are very different things. So, you know, I've done stuff like I've done a Pope run where I got my siege ability to maximum, and you start sieging down provinces in 2 days, and it's hilarious because, you know, how can the AI defend against this? More to the point, how can you defend against that in multiplayer? So I have a group of people I've played this with once a week for the last 3 years, and we've done a variety of campaigns. It's a lot of fun. It's a very different thing from playing against the AI. So let's take a look at our missions here. Lombardy and Po Valley. So we need all of this. It's really not, it's not too many. Ferrara is another opportunity. They're allied to Savoy, so that actually could be very nice. But they have 8,000 men. Usually Ferrara... Oh no, that's 6. Jeez, I can read. Yeah. Usually Ferrara will lose more of their starting army than this. But, of course, today doesn't look like it. So, we're waiting for about 70 gold in the bank, probably. And we're waiting for... Actually, let's go up to 4. There's no reason to be on 1 for on 3. Let's take our estate. So you play Hoi 4. Yeah, so letting the AI do its thing in EU4 is, it varies quite a lot, and that can be pretty fun. On the other hand, it's not consistent, so a lot of what happens in this game is driven by the player and interaction with the player. So if there's no player, then oftentimes the AI is very static. Some games are not. Some AI games you'll see, well, when you finally get a view on China, you'll figure out that, you know, the Mughals formed and took over all of China. And yeah, I mean, it's fun when that happens, but it's the exception, not the rule. Or sometimes, you know, if you play in India and you make your way west, when you finally see Europe, it's the HRE, or it's just the Ottomans all the way over into Germany. Like, it can be goofy, it can be fun to watch, but it's a little bit... I think Hoi 4 is a bit better at being inconsistent, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. There's more variety from what I've seen. So let's take a look at Lucca here, just Genoa still, and I think that is definitely going to be your best route for expansion, as their traditions don't help them, neither do ours. What it's worth. -10 dev cost is very nice. Yearly Pope Man influence is very nice. I think we're gonna go for... Yeah, we're gonna go hard into Catholic here and get some good stuff out of it. So right now what's happening is that we're part of the Holy Roman Empire, which is giving us a number of effects. So for one, we get the bonuses and suffer the negatives of... Do I want that? No. Oh, jeez, 2 inflation. Kidding me. Oh, I should have taken the... Ah, damn. Hoi 4 Germany is like EU4 Ottomans, 2 OP for their actual power at the time. Yeah, so there's a new mechanic with this with Ottomans. It's Decadence. It was introduced in the last patch. and it does tend to make the Ottomans fail a lot more often in the mid to late game, because basically they're fighting against an ongoing sort of disaster that doesn't actually have to fully trigger as a true disaster. That can balance them out a little bit. They're still very strong, but you see fewer late game Ottoman snowballs now because of that. Really, what I've found the Ottomans do that gives them the most success is they take Crimea by event, because they have that event, and then they attack into Great Horde, and they make their way up to Moscow, and it's hilarious how little Muscovy/Russia can do to stop them. You'd really think they'd be a bit more capable at it than they are, considering Muscovy and Russia in this game are powerhouses regardless of where they are on that scale, whether or not they've formed Russia. But it doesn't tend to be that way, which is a little goofy. Ooh, that's a very good general. Okay, so we have a really good general. We are going to take, so we're at maximum here. Let's go up 2 more infantry. And we might even go in for the Free Company. It's a little over force limit, but I don't want to be caught with my proverbial pants down here. 14, yeah, let's do it. Because what we're risking happening... Newest Hoi 4 DLC just buffed Germany. Oh my goodness. From the Danish surrender. So what do? They put Danish surrender into an event now, and... Does it give that to Germany as core? Because that would be, if I remember correctly how core and non-core worked, that could be pretty bonkers. Okay. Ah, they allied Ferrara. That's more than I can do at the moment here. We don't yet have 10 favors. Once we do, Mantova coming in could get us a lot of breathing room. We're at 7. Yeah, we wait for Mantova. It's a little unfortunate, but we can actually still make money if we drop our army. And can we get Saluzzo? That should be about the same, yeah, it's going to be at the same time. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to attack into Lucca. We're going to take Lucca and Genova, which will give us a lot of aggressive expansion. Oh, okay, it gives -5 consumer. -5? Oh, wow. Yeah, so I actually haven't played Hoi 4 really since the supply update, which was quite a while ago. But I imagine that supply range is quite a buff from how that used to work anyway. Isn't it something about there was some train meta, right, where everyone was building trains all the time everywhere, and supply throughput no longer mattered? That's probably been rebalanced, I would imagine. Okay, let's keep an eye on 7.6, well, 7.8, so that'll be 10, 11 months. 11 months isn't that bad. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. They rule for 12 years. So there's no point in not taking, like, we can't really take a base one and have it be good. We need to switch this. Oh, corruption. Goods produced is pretty nice. That should actually balance out just a wee bit here. And ordinarily I'd read out more corruption, but we are very close to our first war. Well, 10 months. Still, I think we keep where we are because we're going to be negative a little bit. CSP, German place, Soviets. Yeah, okay, so the first scenario is what always happened in Hearts of Iron 3, which is actually the first RTS/Grand Strategy I ever played. Okay, good. Let's get a claim on Albenga. But, yeah, man, I miss the days of Hearts of Iron 3, to be honest. You know, you're welcome if you like to hop into the Discord and just chat. Discord links on the channel main page. Should still be working, was as of last week. Am I forming Italy? Yeah, I'll probably form Italy. It depends on how long I'm awake, honestly. It's midnight, and so I don't sleep too well, I don't sleep too much, but we'll see. It may not be tonight. Tonight, my hope is to get a lot done, but honestly, Italy, the beginning game, unless you're the Pope, where the Pope can conquer all of Naples in like 20 years, it's hilarious. I tend to play it a little bit slower. So, I mean, why not, right? So, the math on it is basically the first 2 techs you start off behind on tech, so when you get to tech 4, there's not much of a delay before you hit tech 5, and everyone's spending their monarch points on getting to tech 5. After that, what happens is all of these other nations will start improving their provinces. So if you look at the development of each of these provinces, it's 14, 15, 21, 10 is very high, right? But I could spend my monarch points for this, or I could let them do it. And yeah, I'll pay more to core, but you can get massive negatives to coring cost. So it tends to be in your favor to let other people do the work for you, which is it's pretty goofy. It's probably not how that was intended, but let's see. We're leading the world in technology. We are ready. Our allies are ready to go to war here, so let's get our morale up on our army and double check just to see. Yeah, so Saluzzo still says no because their leader is cruel. That shouldn't matter, because what we're going to do is we're going to fight in Lucca, and then we're going to immediately fight in Modena. And worst case, I'm pretty sure I can still pull this one out of my ass if things go wrong, especially if they're retreating to Ferrara, which is good for us. Yeah, this is good for us. Okay, so now let's take it on 3 and declare our first war for the conquest of Lucca. Boom. There's the fight. There's the complete stack wipe. And now we go in on Ferrara. Okay, that's actually an issue. Nice, second stack wipe. Good, and we fight them in Lucca. France is overpowered? Well, France is in an interesting spot. So the issue with France is that they get bogged down by a lot of stuff in the early game, and they're either super powered or complete wimps, and it depends entirely on the outcome of the 100 Years' War, basically. Oh, this is closer than I'd like. Yeah, we have the men for this. Let's be stupid. Let's do... You know what? No reason not to. Okay, so this is not ideal. Let's actually split up a little bit and go back home. So we need faster reinforce rate. Can I get reinforce rate? No. Okay, I really need Mantova to have an army again, and we need to keep Lucca from building one. So that should be fine. Once we take this... I actually didn't crush them, which is a bit of an issue. I crushed 2 out of 3 armies, but the third is still alive. And the third is the largest, however, I think Milan might have taken care of this for me, but not in a way that I actually like, because Milan is going to siege down Genoa, and they declared war for Genoa. Yeah. Which means that as soon as they take that, there's no way in hell I'm getting it. So what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to take Lucca, Modena, Ferrara from this war, which is a little aggressive, but let's do that, and ooh, that's actually very nice. Oh wait, no, we can change. Ooh, okay, so we can't do a plutocracy, which is, that's the one that I usually do. Term duration is 4. But civic republicanism might be good. Term limit's 5. Oh, rulers give 1 additional bonus. They have limited terms. Random candidate bonus +1. States modifier. That actually seems really nice. This does not. Let's switch to civic republicanism. And we'll try... So what's the best starting experience country to play as? Everyone will tell you something different. I actually think you might want to consider playing in Italy, because here's the thing, if you start off as one of these big unwieldy states, yeah, you're not going to lose, but you're not going to learn to get better at the game either nearly as quickly, because you don't have to. If you play as France, you don't need to play efficiently in order to win. If you play as Poland, you don't need to play efficiently in order to win, etc, etc. If you play as the Ottomans, which is what people often recommend, you really don't need to play efficiently to win, although they're currently getting their ass beat by Albania, which is pretty funny. Yeah, Albania, Venice, and Naxos. I mean, that's a pretty good triumvirate for the other game. So I'd recommend, honestly, Milan is a lot of fun. And if you don't want to go for Milan, you could try Naples. The interesting thing with Naples, you start under Aragon, but most times Aragon will let you go. So you don't end up really stuck under that for very long, which is quite nice. And then once you're free, you're pretty isolated. You don't usually need to worry about the Ottomans. The one thing is you will end up fighting against the Pope in order to expand. So, you know, if you don't want to fight the Pope, then don't play as Naples, because it's part and parcel. We're actually gonna do... Ooh. Oh, no. This is the opportunity we're looking for. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Come on. There it is. Now we can get Genova, because we want Genova more than we want Modena and Ferrara. Genova is the prize. And the reason why is because Genova has a world port, level 3 port, in one of the richest nodes in the world, Genoa. We're already collecting 2 from it. Oh, this is getting expensive. Let's take some loans. Not ideal. Indebted burghers. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, Genova is very nice, so that's why we want to take it. It's not... So technically speaking, we don't need it. So the outline in purple is what we need in order to complete this mission. But having Genova will make it so much easier, it's not even funny. So that's why we're really looking for that for initial expansion. Plus, it's a little bit tough. You can't do much in North Italy until after the Shadow Kingdom event goes through, which... The Shadow Kingdom event is... basically, oh, it's HRE, and stop giving me corruption, please. You know what? Hell with it. Shadow Kingdom basically says that the HRE loses Italy. While you're in the HRE, you get a 50% penalty for aggressive expansion. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so Luminator's right. The world port does downgrade upon conquest, but like, better to start with 3 than 2, right? At least I have a level 2 port. It's quite nice. Yeah. So, okay, so the best trade notes are Venetian, Genevan, and English Channel. That really depends. If you play in the Spice Islands, all the way over here, you can make so much money, it's absurd. Even more than really in the English Channel. You have to do it right, though, is the issue. English Channel is the easiest one to get lots of money in, because the AI will basically feed trade value there from colonizing, which is, I mean, it really is pretty nice. If you're still looking for other beginner nations, I'd actually recommend, well, not really anymore. I was going to recommend Bohemia, but now Austria usually goes to war with them. If you're looking for somewhere bigger, well, England has a lot of issues. Denmark is honestly not bad, because you start off with 2 personal unions, Sweden and Norway, and Holstein as a vassal. There's a lot of interesting paths for expansion and diplomacy, and you're not in the HRE. So, yeah, I think Denmark could be a pretty good first game. Let's actually go to 4, because this war's taking flipping forever. Goodness gracious sakes alive. We might actually be able to get these guys out of it soon. Yeah, they want out. Alright, that's fine. We're not going to take anything from them, because we're already going to be getting a lot of aggressive expansion just from Lucca and Geneva, because we didn't co-belligerate Genoa, which the whole... well, I guess we should have, because they're just allied to Ferrara. Yeah, a bit of a blunder on my part. We could have done this. I didn't want to call in the rest of their allies, but we already had to fight them anyway. So, not much point in that. The nice thing is now we'll have a short 5-year truce with Ferrara, and once we are through there... actually no point in fighting them. Yeah, so look at this. Coalition already just from these 2, and it's pretty big. There's Bologna, Ferrara, Milan, Savoy, Trent, 3 leagues, Switzerland, Genoa, Bregenz, Konstanz, Venice, Memmingen, Augsburg, Württemberg, and Munich. So we're actually going to do a little bit of a trick here. Aggressive expansion drops down. Oh, Lubeck is top 5, but it's a far, far, far 5th. So we're going to do a bit of a trick. Aggressive expansion goes away on January 1st. So we are going to make this peace deal on December 30th. They're going to accept it on the 31st, and we're going to drop our aggressive expansion by enough for a year. No, the strongest player-controlled nation is not Muscovy. Especially not in this recent patch, because of the tithe events that you get just for being Muscovy, plus changes to the national ideas, and to the, well, I'd argue that the strongest player-controlled nation is anything that can form Mughals relatively quickly. In single player, it's definitely this. So let's take that. Should be okay to weather this storm here. It's going to be a lot of aggressive expansion, but we'll be fine. So it's not true in multiplayer necessarily, but in single player the Mughals basically get, well, in single and multi they get lots of perks for incorporating entire cultures, but this is far more likely to happen, okay, it's a little bit of a coalition, far more likely to happen in multiplayer, in single player than in multiplayer, right? So why would I really expect to have the same performance? You wouldn't, really, right? So it's a little bit more complicated. Let's lose 10 prestige. This is fine-ish. We don't really have... here we are. Hello, Austria. Thank you for keeping our coalitions at bay. World conquest, even by those who do it, is generally not described as fun. Because, I mean, you jump through so many hoops, man. Like, in order to do a world conquest in any reasonable... Well, in order to do it, it didn't used to be true, but now you have to play super optimally. So what happens is, by about 10-20 years in, you're playing on speed 1, just so you can get all the timings right, and wage 5 simultaneous wars. Right? Because you need to be constantly expanding. That didn't used to be the case, because 7 or 8 years ago, the development of any given province was locked in at the starting value. So, you know, you have 10 dev here, 5 dev, you look over at all Lithuania, and it's like 3, 4, that thing. By late game, Lithuania, I've seen Lithuania with an average of 10 or 11 development per province, so it can triple. And that's just inside of one nation, let alone all of these little one province minors in the HRE. Like, these things, they shoot up. So one of the tactics for... Jeez. One of the tactics for world conquests, one of the more popular ones these days, is you form the Holy Roman Empire, and part of the reason for it, from my understanding, is because you avoid having all of those nations increasing their development over time, which, I mean, that's a whole bundle of happiness right there if you have to do a strategy just to avoid the natural progress of the game. Oh. Yeah. Hello, Ibikio1. Technically, oh geez, did we die? No, 5-year term. That's a lot of Republican tradition. I can't afford this. Okay, bureaucrat candidate. We'll get our Republic sorted here. Let's do... What am I looking for? No. There. Or... This is what we're looking for. So, as it turns out, if you do the math between republicanism and political dynasties, the trade-off is about... I think it's an excuse me, sorry. It's an average of about 1 additional re-elect every 3 or 4 cycles. So you're generally better off getting the +1 for your candidate to begin with, and over a long time you get good return on that. So I tend to go for political dynasties, and then as we work our way through, you can lower the time in the election. So things like frequent elections, we drop our election term by 1, we're re-electing more often. Because of this, we increase our ruler stats more often. And you can get it... Ooh, that's a nice looking Burgundy. You can get it to be pretty streamlined. But for right now, I think we're doing alright. Yeah, this is the other reason, like, expansion in Italy before the HRE goes away is really tough. After it will speed up. So, after it... Jeez, I can't clear my throat for this. Goodness gracious. After it, we will definitely speed up. Let's see. Yeah, we very nearly have Renaissance here, which is nice. Where did it... Oh, of course it started in Urbino. I swear, most times I play the game, it starts in Florence. I play as Florence. It doesn't start in Florence. I swear. Okay, so we could embrace right now. I don't really feel like it though, because what we're gonna want is to start improving our provinces. High value church, and then after this production, because we need those sweet, sweet ducats to get our economy going. Okay. Man, Italy is such a rich place to start. Like you don't really have trouble for money unless you're doing some really risky stuff. Okay, so we are going to be a little bit behind on admin. Let's go ahead and get an admin advisor, national tax, because money is worthwhile here. Generally, these don't completely offset their monthly costs until later on, so I have plus 10% national tax, right? So my tax right now is 4.15, which is including that 10% bonus. I pay 0.97 a month for this guy, so... Buckets of ducats, yeah. Buckets of ducats indeed. Oh, that's a very EU4 expression. Okay, so we can actually repay most of these. No sense in doing it early, though, because of how the interest works on it. Okay. An insult. That's fine. Insult me all you like. When's our truce up? Guaranteed by Milan, that's fine. Genoa and Bologna, that's fine. May of 56 is an issue because we have too much aggressive expansion. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do a war against these guys. And they are our rivals. So we'll do a war to show strength. So we're going to humiliate them, basically. We'll get some additional monarch points for this. And most importantly, because we're not going to be taking land, we're going to be allowing our aggressive expansion to decay, which it really needs to do before we go anywhere else. This is maybe a little bit over-aggressive, I suppose. But I mean, can't argue with the results. Look at that. We were getting 2 from trade before we did this war. Now we're getting 4.33. And that's ignoring the tax and production as well. So this is really, it's a nice way to start snowballing. Plus, we have enough manpower. Let's go ahead and increase the size of our army here just a bit. 8-2, let's go to 12-2. And once you get to about 20, most of your fights in Italy are not going to be that big of an issue. So, we're getting that right now from our allies. That won't always be the case. Okay, so already a claim. Let's go here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get working on allied nations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are repaid in full. Wait, what? Oh, that's hilarious. That's just one loan. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the gameplay does have some similarities with Knights of Honor, but frankly, I don't know if it's just that Knights of Honor 2 is not very good, but I've tried Knights of Honor 2, and the gameplay loop here is far more satisfying. Like, far more satisfying. Knights of Honor 2, the building structure is just really whack. Doesn't make much sense to me. And I do like the fact that they have randomized natural resources, but for a player, optimization of building is super easy, and the AI in Knights of Honor 2 is really bad. So, you know, you basically don't even have to expand much in the early game in Knights of Honor 2, and you just win, because like, in an hour of playing, like I did I think I did a video on Knights of Honor 2 when it first came out a long time ago, and in the video I had played for like an hour and a half on speed 2, and in that hour and a half I became the #1 world power in economy, military, and there was a third metric as well. I think it was trade goods, and it was just easy. This is less easy, so yeah. I don't know, it's different. It's certainly different. So, okay, our truce is up in May, right now. And my army is not ready, because I was talking with my chat instead of paying attention. I can't do this fight right now. That's unfortunate. Okay. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Yeah, okay. They're in the coalition. Alright, so all of our neighbors hate our guts. This is going swell. Honestly, sounds like real life for me at the moment. Okay, well, if that's the case, it's a good thing we're going on speed 4, and we'll just chill. We'll just, yeah, actually exactly what JShu2 is saying. #1 great power by 1480, because aggressive expansion doesn't exist. Oh, in India, yeah. I mean, it does, but it sounds like you're balancing it well between the different cultures, which is exactly how you have to do it in India to play that well. Decently easy to do so. Ah, we surpassed Ferrara. That's okay, they'll come back as soon as they embrace as well. And this gives us some power projection, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take Florentine Renaissance, and we will get Siena, because we'll surpass them as well, get even more power projection, which is very nice. Let's take a look in here. So, Roman tradition at least 90. Get a stability from this. I mean, this seems okay. It doesn't seem amazing. That seems pretty good. Yeah. Well, no, that's just local to one province. I don't really care about that, because by the time we're done here, well, this is still nice. We'll try and do as much of this as we can, and then my hope is to form Tuscany as well before we form Italy. So to form Tuscany, we actually have everything we need. Excuse me, sorry. We actually have everything we need other than the technology. So when we hit Tech 10, we can form Tuscany, and we'll get a whole new and I think better mission tree as well. Let's put down some rebels, because they're filthy rebels, and we don't tolerate filthy stinking rebels here. Man, has the Shadow Kingdom really not happened? It has not. Okay. Venice on Ragusa, that's to be expected. So they're going in here. Ragusa should no longer be protected by the Ottomans. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Venice is going to pick up Ragusa, there's not much I can do about it. Alright. Let's see how we're doing. I mean, this is not exactly... It's not going to be a cutthroat run, it's not going to be any sort of world record or anything like that, but I don't play the game for that, I play it just to relax, which is nice. I think we can all agree war game after a little while can be... its merits in relaxing someone are questionable. So yeah, I have actually... hey, your voice, nice. Welcome. So for Abikyo in the chat, I have converted a Crusader Kings 2 save to EU4 and a Crusader Kings 3 save to EU4. It ended up just being a bit of a mess. Frankly, I prefer the vanilla. So ID, what are we doing here? Where should we go?
Give me a second.
Okay, that's 2 revolts down. Yeah, see you, Jaden. Nice to have you in the chat. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Go after Perugia. No, without going after Siena. It's unfortunate. Okay, it's fine. small disclaimer, ID, I tend to mumble to myself with this game, so...
Okay, I just want to make sure that you got it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's, there's always something else to do, right? So I'm always checking different things, making sure I'm not falling behind on stuff, which at Speed 4 I will, but I don't really want to do Speed 3 as a live stream. It takes too long. I mean, all the EU4 streamers just show you snippets, and I think that's boring, but
It's relaxing stream, so I think it's not a big deal.
that's fair. That's fair. So we go into...
Actually, I think Italia will be a nice idea.
Yeah, I think so too. They have my favorite idea set in the game. So, like, these are nice. Tech cost is nice. Trade efficiency is good, but Italy's ideas are just bonkers. They get a... So what's slowing us down right now is aggressive expansion. And Italy gets a plus 50% modifier to aggressive expansion going away. So you can conquer far more quickly because of it. Can I get... No, let's fire this guy. Let's hope we roll somebody good. Let's fire that guy too. Alright. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Shit. Okay. Well, it's alright. God. You know, I do a practice game of Rome 2, and it goes great, and then I do it live on the channel, and it goes a little poorly. I play EU4 all the time, and it goes fine, and I do it on the channel, and it's like immediate coalition. So, yeah, see you later, ABQ.
Who's your main enemy in current situation?
So my main enemy in the current situation is no single nation. It's the fact that in order to fight any of these guys in red, I have to fight all of them. Which I can't currently do. Later on, this is a lot of fun. When you can take on like 10 and you don't really care. But yeah, I messed up. I didn't think they'd form. And they did. And the issue...
possibility that Hungary can declare war to you?
No, Hungary really can't. Actually, we might have an opportunity with the Pope. Yeah, let's go attack the Pope. Did I say I was going to be a good Catholic this game?
When I play in Italy, I tend to go Protestant because I'm impatient.
Yeah, Protestant can be... Like, Protestant Italy is better than Catholic Italy, but the early game bonuses from Catholic are very nice. And Florence gets +2 to papal influence per year, so you hit those bonuses really quickly.
Yeah, I think a Catholic state running with a lot of cardinals so it can constantly sustain its bonuses is better than Protestantism. But yeah. I'm usually impatient and don't want to wait to form Italy to capture Rome. I don't like that debuff.
Yeah, it does kind of suck. Hot take though, I think Reformed actually is... I think Reformed's really good now. I think they accidentally buffed it until the point it's good.
Extremely hot take.
Well, no, because you can pretty easily sustain one active bonus in perpetuity. So if you look at the diplomatic bonus from Reformed, you just get that constantly, and it gives you additional diplomats. It gives you aggressive aggressive expansion stuff. Like it's constantly there, which isn't really true for Catholicism. And when you need it, you can activate the other one and go for war and still maintain that for a couple of years. Plus, you get passive bonuses for having high fervor. So, I think it's, well, suffice to say, it's no longer outright bad.
Right.
Perhaps that's more of a we lost ID. I'm sad. It might be less controversial to say that it's no longer bad. There's Shadow Kingdom. Good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still the weakest of any Christian denomination, but that's true. It's not bad. They made it viable.
You know what? I'm gonna go Reformed. Hell with it.
Um,
I will show you the Reformed dream, my friend. So, why not?
I haven't gone Reformed in a long time. In my noob days, I went Protestant and then went Reformed, so I had both centers of Reformation in my country tearing me apart.
I mean, that's pretty fun, though. Wish we'd kept our strong starting ruler a little longer. Let's go innovative.
That's a bad leader trait.
Yeah, it's not great. This is the exact opposite of what I need right now.
Yeah, that's gonna affect your aggressive expansion, decay.
Mm-hmm. So we were losing 2.4, now we're losing 1.5.
Oh, your prestige is negative too.
Well, yeah, I had a negative prestige event, which kind of hurt a little bit. I'm not very good at keeping prestige high in the early game, but I also don't, like, I know there's benefit to it, but I tend to focus on other stuff.
It's very important in the early game, especially if you're in the HRE, because it affects your aggressive expansion.
Yeah, this is honestly one of my weaker Italy runs. Like, really, really bad. Usually by this point, if I play as the Pope, I have at least 2/3 of Naples and the rest vassalized, like pushing up into the north. This is pretty slow. Not my not my
I
best.
joined the stream as you were capturing Genoa. Was Genoa a co-belligerent, or did you just grab it?
I just grabbed it because I wanted it.
Oh, that's ambitious.
Well, it was, and I was hoping if I took Austria as an ally, the coalition might not form. And then I was hoping to... Ooh. Our country is naturally a part of the Empire. Which, because I'm
I
allied...
tend to stay in the HRE if I'm allied to Austria. The dev cost reduction and other bonuses are worth it.
Yeah, very much so. And now a nice little trick. Most of the people in the coalition are outside the Empire. So,
Yeah.
with the exception of Switzerland, if they attack us, they have to fight everybody. Siena is still in, because Siena allied to Austria as well.
I don't think anyone's gonna fight you while you're allied to Austria.
They probably won't declare on me for it. The bigger issue is, like, I'm not even sure I can do a worthwhile war against pretty much anybody right now, because I can't really take anything worthwhile. Oh!
What about Venice?
Hold on, the coalition's
breaking
collapsing. Let's do frequent elections.
Genoa's at war with the Ottomans, that's why.
Okay, that's Ferrara out. Who are my rivals now? Siena, Genoa, Milan. I think we go to war to humiliate Genoa. Allied with Ferrara. I'd like to take land from Ferrara, but we still can't. No, breaking truce? How long's the damn truce? Oh, geez, that's a while. Okay. Alright, so other rivals. Milan is really the only one. I think they're still in. Yeah, they are. Damn. Damn. That's okay. This will be fine, honestly. I mean, we're allied to Naples, too. Which will help keep them contained. Let's go ahead and do that. So how are you doing, Boom? Having a nice day? Having a nice night?
Yeah.
Good.
Your sleep schedule is crazy, man.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's kind of whack. But I mean, like I work a 9 to 5 most days. The days that I don't, I work like a 30-hour shift, and then, you know, like I'll go to bed tonight probably at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I'll wake up at around 7:30, head off to work.
Okay, that's about what I do.
It's not as bad when you actually hear it like that, which, I mean, yeah, it's horrible, it's horrendous, and I shouldn't do this to myself, but I don't know, like, if I go to bed earlier, well, for one, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel because my wife used to go to bed at like 10, and now she goes to bed at like 11:30, so there goes my recording time. But 2, I end up just staring at the ceiling, which is not exactly great. So
Yeah, I've found that I cannot sleep 8 hours even if I try. I have to be sick or something.
so my issue is I can sleep later than I should, but I can't go to bed earlier than like 2 or 3 in the morning, which is a bit of a problem. I was late to work once a couple months ago because I was like, okay, we'll take a 5-minute more of a nap, and then I woke up at 10, so not great. Very not great. Okay. So I don't want to wait all the way till 67 to start a war. I just love fighting this game. Can I... I can't rival Pope, can I? I can. Ooh, I can rival the Pope.
Let's see. Well, you have a list of Casus Belli.
Yeah, but who looks at lists?
Would Austria perhaps join a war against Venice?
I think we actually are fine here, because... Wait. Really? All of you guys love the Pope that much?
No Catholic is gonna fight the Pope.
Annoying. Very annoying. Yeah, you guys can't get access through my lands. I don't care. Well... I was gonna say Bologna is an option. Oh, wait.
They're in the coalition. It's not a very strong
No, Ferrara's not in the coalition.
Yeah, you have a truce with them, don't you?
No, I don't. I pieced them out separately.
Jeez. The Ottomans.
Yeah, I think we declare war on them here. Genoa won't even join. Bologna will.
Yeah, they're under siege.
I don't care.
It's just Bologna who you'd kick out of the coalition.
Right.
That might break it.
It might. It very well might, so let's go for that. I don't want to call in Mantua. We don't need to.
They'll just steal money and prestige.
Well, I might take Modena, because they're no longer in the Empire, and it's just 12 dev. The only people who will care now aren't people in the Empire, it's just people who are already sort of pissed at me for this. So,
your fellow Italians.
Yeah, my fellow Italians, exactly. Ruler's 1, sorry, not ruler, general's 1 siege. Let's go for that. Oh geez, 3 siege, yep. And I think the free, well, nearly free general is one of the single craziest things that they did with the updates to estates. I mean, this is like...
Yeah.
It's bonkers. Nobility officer rights is bonkers. It saves you so many mill points in the early game. It's ridiculous. Alright, well...
It's always fun seeing how the subtle changes they make to game balance magnify in the diplomacy game of the HRE.
Yeah.
Like, Brandenburg is different every single patch.
Well...
It's diplomatic situation, that is.
Yeah. So I want a short
actually found the
truce.
changes pretty underwhelming to them.
I thought they were fine. They made it so that it was a little bit more common for them to do well, which I think was long overdue.
Oh yeah, you never see Prussia unless you're playing Prussia.
Let's take a stab. So I really hope that the Ottomans don't take this for themselves.
They won't.
Sometimes they have. Okay, you're right.
I don't think I've ever seen them take territory outside of, like, southern Italy.
Oh, Burgundian succession. So usually when I see it, I see them go into Naples. Junior partner of Saluzzo. Oh my goodness. That's stupid.
In my last campaign, they went to Oldenburg, and Oldenburg inherited them in like 2 months, so they never even rebelled.
I swear, if Saluzzo gets all of Burgundy, and I actually have to pay attention. Wait, am I allied to Saluzzo?
Saluzzo's
Yeah.
not in the HRE anymore, right?
No, but they are my ally.
Oh no, that means France might be fighting them soon.
If it gets to that point, then we will selectively
abandon
decline that alliance.
Yeah.
At that point, there's really no reason to take it, to be honest.
Well, if Saluzzo doesn't have the Emperor's protection, there's really nothing keeping France from pressing its claim.
That is true.
But the AI does stupid things, so who knows?
Well, it could also be one of those moments where, they get the Emperor's protection anyway because of some event, this, that, or the other. Like, I'm pretty sure the way it is, well, no, because that's if France gets.
Wait, you're still in the Empire, right?
Yes, I am.
You didn't get an Imperial incident.
I did.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
I clicked through it, then I didn't, like, I don't really care to do too much for this. Like, I guess I want to declare Lowland independence, but I mean, they're my ally, but they won't be forever. Let's take the innovativeness on that, which is fine. Yeah, this is good. And then this would probably, yeah, that's even not that bad. Look at that. That's pretty much only the people who are already in, which means we should probably take this, prevent Venice from solidifying. Then later on we go after Bologna, because I don't think Mantova can actually take this. They can't core it. So I'll just weaken them.
Doing? Why are they at war with Genoa?
Venice is... Oh, right, trade war. Ooh, demanded lowland independence and granted. That's very nice. That's very nice.
Imperial authority.
Yeah, that's true. Also means all this will be higher dev when we eventually go through and storm it.
Yep.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I really need to get to this. Going up to the +2 to get the early mission is kind of biting me in the butt right now. I think we don't tech up. I think we stay at Tech 5 until I have the third idea. And it might have even been a bad idea to do this. So, okay. Let's wait until December. It's fine, we'll core this
Take all
stuff.
their money too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It drives me nuts when I see people don't do that. They just take the land. And I'm like, take the money. It costs nothing.
Go on, take the money and run. I'm getting call for peace, that's fine. Let's do this, that, and boom. That's ours. It didn't cost all that much. That's fine. We can still go for this. The first two are the most impactful here for the early game, especially because we get an additional neg5 tech and idea from our first idea. Alright,
Yeah.
that's really good. Behind on mill. Oh, that's right, I shouldn't have re-elected this guy because he has the improved relations debuff. Damn it. That's fine.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, it's okay.
I immediately thought, oh, you gotta dump this guy when it happened. And then I just forgot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Oh man, we're down to one guy watching the stream and it's me.
No, it's me.
Oh really? You should show up as two then, because I open it at the beginning so I can read the chat. That's fair. It might not. Yeah, it might not count me. Is this a bad time to say smash that like button?
Yeah, you want me to like it?
Dude, I should have said that when I had 4 or 5 people in there. We hit 5. That's like it's pretty near to a live streaming record for me.
Yeah.
My highest is like 8.
You're not exactly in a prime streaming hour.
No, or game, or topic.
You've got, I mean, everybody's asleep right now. Or the Europeans are getting ready for work or school or whatever they've got going.
Yeah, but I don't care. This is when I want to play. This
No,
entire
for sure.
channel is my hobby. So, and it's really been
Yeah.
it's been a lot more fun than I thought it would be. Like I never thought I'd get anywhere near as good at Wargame as I am, which I don't mean that to sound full of hubris and all this, like, oh, I'm so great and mighty, but, like, I did hit Brig, and my other account is, like, 2 points away from Brig again, so it's
Yeah,
been
it's
nice.
good. And it's not a forgiving or easy game to learn.
No, very much not. Holy crap, no. I do feel kind of bad, though. Before this, I asked ID for a game to help me test a different configuration of Landjet. And what do I do when I start losing but buy 4 10HE howitzers?
Oh,
Yeah.
it could have been worse. You could pull a Lord Pie and just buy 8 Cassiopees and send them to spawn.
Dude, that's so rude. It's so rude.
It usually doesn't
hey.
work, but I still feel like it's dishonorable.
Holy shit, we have 4 people in the chat again. Now's a good time to say hit the like button. There we go. And let me restart the music for you guys. How's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Anyway, so we have Medina, Ferrara. The mission is for us to get Siena, Parma, Ravenna, and Bologna as well. And the tricky bit is going to be Siena, because they're allied to Austria. So I think we're going to have to take them non-co-belligerated. Probably when we attack into Milan. Which could be pretty rough if we don't play it careful. So, let's start drilling here. We can take an age ability. Let's do aggressive expansion. That would have been nice, like right before I clicked that last button. Goodness gracious. Timing.
Yeah, I think I have that same conundrum like every single game.
It's like, yeah, I just finished my war and I don't have another one planned for like 5 years, and then I get my neg 10 aggressive expansion. Oh well. Let's take a look. Coalition map mode is not too bad. Important part is keeping Venice out. Ooh, excommunicated. Oh, wait.
Ooh, excommunication casts belly.
Yeah, right, so 50% aggressive expansion. Naples. So that's the Knights, Pregans, and Cyprus.
Austria will join.
Yeah, we can 100% do this, and we'll do it for the conquest of Ravenna, and that'll be our war, because we need that for the mission as well, right? We need this section, we need Ravenna. So this seems like an excellent opportunity. Hadn't planned on it. We have a few too many castles. Why won't Mantua come in? Destabilize. Solutzi's. Hold on, do I have enough favors here? Oh yeah. Okay. We're going to ask them to prepare for war. And the nice thing is, Burgundy should come in to help, because it's not a Solutzan war. So even though they're disloyal, they should help me. Wait. Oh my god, Austria.
I don't think it works like that.
Wait, are they free? No. Austria is now in debt.
Yeah, they fluctuate. They go in and out all the time.
Yeah, but that's really annoying, because
And for what it's worth, Venice gets excommunicated all the time too.
yeah, but I mean, it had to be right then, didn't it?
Yeah, Austria's the worst ally in this game. I swear, they gave them a uniquely bad AI just to annoy people.
I mean, they have unique problems to face. I don't doubt that they're trying to do it well. It's just they end up in debt spiral so often, and they'll still call you in, and I really, really hate that. If the AI is going to make decisions on whether or not they'll just say no and you can't even ask, then the AI should make decisions about whether or not you in the AI's shoes would say no. And if you in the AI's shoes would say no, then they shouldn't be able to ask.
That is big facts right there.
Yeah.
Okay, change your guy.
And we got 3 in mill, which is very nice. Okay, this is better. National tax plus 10 is okay. Okay. Let's see if we can get them in anytime here. Yeah, okay. Every time I start drilling, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna declare
Just go
we have
for it and
nothing.
run behind a fort.
Yeah, which we have right here in Ferrara, so that should be fine. And with Soluzzo, we will outnumber them. So let's go in for the conquest of Ravenna.
I mean, their manpower numbers are inflated by the knights in Cyprus anyway, who probably just been sitting there accumulating manpower, but won't do anything consequential.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they have 33,000 men. This is no slouch. But
Yeah, and
Regans...
a good number are probably mercenaries that have their own manpower pool.
Yeah, that is going to be an issue.
But Austria should clobber them.
So I think what we do, we may even want... Oh, geez. Look at that general. So we can play defensively, or I can try and get the AI to group on me, which might save us some casualties over time. We have the war goal. Let's try that. So if I can get us to just doomball and siege down Treviso, I don't want all that much from them, right? We only want 2 provinces.
Wasn't there a third ally there for Venice? There was Rhodes, Cyprus.
Cyprus, the Knights, and Bregenz, which Bregenz is up here.
Bregenz.
Ah, the Austrians are here.
They've been getting their butt kicked. Another thing I find you have to check up on Austria with in the early game is their miltech. They regularly fall behind because Ladislaus has 1 miltech, or
Really?
1 monarch point
Oh,
in the military.
looks like he has 2 in mill currently.
No, he must have gotten upgraded somehow. I've actually never played Austria, so I don't know what their mission tree does.
Their mission tree, I don't think will upgrade mill.
There are also random events to gain +1 monarch power.
That is true, yeah. But they are pretty rare. I think it's more likely that... Oh, shoot. No. Oh. Wait, what? Okay, I thought I was gonna get fort locked there. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no.
They have to stop on
Ah, I'm fort locked. Oh, that's so stupid.
That was a stack wipe.
Yeah, because of pathing. Because I clicked here and it didn't go through a red, so it decided to suicide itself into that. Oh, that's fine.
Forts in this game are pretty dumb. Inconsistent, I feel.
Inconceivable.
Oh, now that's a Maurice moment right there. One guy says inconsistency, drop a Princess Bride meme.
I like the Princess Bride.
Or I forget they're called quotes in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we go for this, and we go... Don't have enough money to build cavalry, but we will soon. Never mind. Our economy is trash.
And always take out some loans.
Yeah, I was hoping this would be an easy war because Austria, but instead I've lost Ravenna and I'm getting sieged down in Ferrara by the entirety of their army.
That is the story of every time I call Austria into a war. What the hell? Hold on, France joined.
Whoa. When did that happen? How did that happen? There's only 1 great power on my side. They shouldn't have been able to intervene.
Yeah, so I don't know how this works either. I did a Timurid campaign. To get the achievement for some Zoroastrian thing. And I randomly had the Mamluks join a war against me with no, it was the Ottomans. Oh, I was Quarakuyunlu for that achievement. And the Ottomans randomly joined the Timurids' defensive independence war. With absolutely no justifications. I don't know if that's a bug of this patch.
I don't know, but we have problems now. I have no army.
You're okay. You're okay because Saluzzo's in the way, and Saluzzo will get pieced out and give no war score. So as long as you can take and hold the war goal and get some tick, you can probably wipe peace.
I'm not sure I can
France
do
has to
that
get
because I
through
have no
Burgundy
way.
and
I have
Saluzzo.
no way of clearing them off of Ferrara. And without being able to clear them off of Ferrara, they're just going to take that fort, and then I can do nothing.
Try giving the Austrians some war goals on provinces and see if
Let's
it
try and tell them to
distracts
go to
Venice.
Treviso, but I mean the thing is, jeez, I have no clue how France joined this war, and
don't either.
now I get fucked.
Indeed.
So, and they're just going to take more, which means I have to offer them more for tribute. Previously it was just 2 provinces. Now they want Arezzo. Yeah, now what do they want? So they want Trieste becomes part of Venice, which is from Austria. They want Ferrara, Arezzo, and Charolais. So they want 2 from me, including 1 that was mine originally, and 1 from there.
But their enthusiasm will decrease as they fight the war. And you should be able to
Their enthusiasm.
gain war score because Saluzzo is just going to peace out separately once they inevitably get overrun. And then they'll have no war score. They might have some from occupying Ferrara, but that's it.
Okay, but that doesn't help me. That does the opposite of help me.
Well, you get ticking war score for holding the war goal.
So you're saying it'll drop to 0 because I'm not sieged down, but I will be sieged down because I can't clear them off of Ferrara.
Well, they'll hold Ferrara and you'll hold the war goal.
No, we're going to kill them.
The war goal will gain importance while Ferrara is constant.
This will go up to 20. This will go up to 24. And if the Saluzzis stick with me, we can scare them off of Ferrara.
Saluzzo has a really good general.
They do.
Well, based on stars, I don't know where his pips are.
So his pips are 4463, which is exactly where we need them to be.
Yeah, that's good.
So we need 2 ticks of morale. And then we go in with the Free Company last as our reinforcements. Dude, really? You're gonna leave? Oh. If I go in at Ferrara, question is if the Saluzzis will come in too, and I think they should.
Yeah, they
Dude,
should
idiots.
join if they think you have a chance of winning.
Idiots. Idiots.
Oh, your morale is low. And the AI is dumb.
Yep. Why go in if you can instead walk all the way around? Oh my goodness. And now if we lose Ferrara, we're in trouble, so that was really bad. We're at high war exhaustion. Let's go up to Tech 6.
With the Pope rivaling you, excommunicated. Oh, you were still behind in Miltech?
No, 5 was current. This war started in 68. And I believe they're at 5. This is early game tech, which is weird. Remember, early game tech is weird.
Early game tech is super important.
Yeah, but the timing on it for being ahead or behind is weird. Can you please, please just join my flipping army? I swear.
I think you have too many men on one tile. They tend to not join armies if they'll get attrition from supply.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a thing because the AI counts attrition from supply based on the individual army, not on the group. That's why their armies don't attrit the same way ours do.
Oh, sneak in. Ah, I ticked the month.
240 though, it's not a lot of men. Which means that the siege is going to go quick. Well, the siege progress anyway, because if it drops down
Now
to
they're
0...
busy unsieging Splato. I think you should come out ahead on this once Saluzzo pieces out.
It's gonna have to be quick though, and we need to have Ferrara back for this. If we don't have Ferrara back, then most I'm gonna be able to get is giving them something from Austria. Well, what's life without a little bit of fucking things up on stream instead of doing well? I have no clue how France joined, and without France, this would not have been a contest.
Yeah, I have no clue either.
Because it shouldn't have been great power.
Wait a second. Is Saluzzo a great power?
I swear if you run away from this. Oh my god. Saluzzo's not a great power, I checked. I can't escape. They're gonna get in on the 18th.
Hold the line. They might rally back if you last long enough. What's France's Miltech?
There's no way. It's 2-to-1 odds. Fuck.
I don't think the Austrians would have even made it.
Fuck. If they take the war goal, I am in trouble. Plus, every time I lose, they get individual war score on me. Okay.
I think losing the war goal resets the tick. I'm not sure about that.
No, it doesn't. Common misconception, because the other player's tick won't start until they take it. But if I take it back, it should go up to where it was, roughly. Now we've lost several months of Ferrara, though, so it... Yeah, current ticking war score is 8.4. But I'm negative at least that much for the Ferrara, because I only have 3, so that should be approximately 15 or so war score on me. Maybe a little less, not much. I have 890 some men. I see you, France.
This is the third campaign I've seen this happen in, where a great power just randomly joins. They didn't request peace or anything. They weren't an ally. There's not an imbalance of great powers. I don't think Venice even is a great power.
No.
So...
There are 2 nations. And there was no guarantee either.
Yeah. They should have had no ability to join. You gotta just wait till Saluzzo dips out.
Yeah, because I mean, so we're at
Saluzzo's
18.
the source of all their war score.
Yeah, it is. Not
Although
all.
ideally they don't get mana either.
Let's go for fort defense now.
Saluzzo hasn't been sieged down, so they may stay in for a while.
Well, they can't really get to it, I don't think, because the Pope's not letting them through, and neither is Savoy. Do we go in on this fight? I think the answer has to be yes, because if I don't, fort's not going to hold long. We have to retake it.
You have to go for it. Getting good rolls.
I mean, it was also the order.
Nice.
I led with the wrong one, because for some reason my 3-stack was faster than my main. Goodness gracious sakes alive, I can't do anything right on stream. It's like South Africa night for Wargame when I lost to South Africa like 4 times in a row.
There's only 4 people around to see it.
Yeah, well. There goes the siege. There goes the war goal. Hey Saluzzo, do you feel like actually fighting somebody for fucking once?
Yeah, all Saluzzo's doing is dragging down your war score.
Yeah. And now we start with the non-virtual loans. Oh, government reform. No. Don't need that. These all kind of suck.
You normally get the expand temple rights.
Yeah.
Just because I tend to
That's-
build churches in every province.
I mean, that's good early game. It's crap late game. But we are in the
Yeah.
early game. Okay. Come on, Saluzzo.
In the late game, none of this stuff really matters.
True.
You can just steamroll.
Hey, Saluzzo, thank you for tagging along for when we don't actually have to do a fight. I appreciate this oh so much.
Most useless 3-star general ever.
Yeah, honestly. Oh, you're gonna wait here on this siege? That's nice. Thank you.
What can you expect from peasants that cheat in jousting tournaments?
Haha. Okay, we have a war goal again. We almost could have trapped him there. We have 380 men. If we roll another...
joined this time. Oh no.
I mean, where else do they have to go? Even Austria is losing
Saluzzo's
completely.
under siege. Yes.
Finally.
Go France.
See, but I really want Ferrara back. If we could have won that fight, we'd be in a good spot, but... And I'm doing a practice in nation ruining.
I think you'll be okay. Now the immediate concern is Austria.
And the coalition.
Forgot about them. Austria probably won't join a war to defend you anymore.
Oh yeah, no. Not right after they've been pieced out. Naples would.
Austria's capital is actively under siege too.
Yeah, well... Oh, you fuckers. Let's go here. That seems worth it. Maybe, maybe not, but... I need some war score from battles, because I've lost like 8 or 9. I only got 0.64. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, shit. Okay.
Watch out for France.
A little too late. To get a reinforcement off that last roll, but, Hey, you know, if Saluzzo was still here, I think we would have won
they're
that
really just sitting
one.
on Florence.
Oh my god. This is one of the worst
Saluzzo's
wars I've
the
done in
worst.
so long. Oh my goodness. I don't understand why France came in. I really don't get it.
I
Not a
don't
clue.
either. It's something I've only seen in this patch and only in the last, I want to say, month or...
It could be a bug, honestly, because there's no non-bugged way for them to have
Yeah.
done this. Shit.
I think it's a bug. The problem is, if you Google, why did AI join this war, EU4, you just get a bunch of, like,
Crap,
idiots who
yeah.
overlook obvious stuff.
Right, and that's not what this is. This is there was no alliance, there was no guarantee, there was no imbalance in great powers. And there goes
Yep.
my army. I have no army to fight.
Yeah, you just have to hang in there. Oh, you don't have the war goal either.
Nope. I should have pieced out to give them 2 things, because now it is not 2 things. Now it's Ferrara, Modena, Arezzo, all of the stuff.
Well, I still think the situation will improve when Saluzzo leaves, but yeah, I don't see a path to victory anymore.
I mean... Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I can't even... There's no way to... 'Cause once Saluzzo's out, I still get bullied, and I still have to give them everything. I'm actually better off giving them Charolais, giving them these 3 from Saluzzo. Venice prefers... Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't give you everything that you wanted. Okay. Well,
Oh boy.
yeah.
At least
Not
you'll get
great.
revanchism or whatever it's called.
Yeah, Revanchism is pretty nice, but 100% look at that. I have no army. Okay, well, you know what? We are going to leave this as a one-shot how to ruin a Florence run 101. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to do more EU4 and not completely fuck up. Which I had done before. Like, I had done I had a Serbia run where I took Rome in like 1465, which is a
Okay.
lot of fun, and that's up on the channel as well. I'm sorry to disappoint on something. You know, I guarantee
Man, it's
you,
all good.
yeah, I guarantee you, those EU4 big boy streamers, they have bad runs too, but they don't do this shit live.
Yeah, they do. And that Ludi guy has been caught cheating.
Twice. Although, I am sympathetic to him a little bit for the second one, because basically he was accused of cheating for something that does have variant, and was not properly given credence for the variance that exists in that. And his monetization thing is that he only makes his replay files available to patrons. And the guy was like, I think you're a cheater, give me your replay for free. So no, because then anyone who wants to call him a cheater can demand that. So what happened with that one was there's a certain peace deal for Kazan where Ludi got
Yeah, I saw it.
100% worse score. And the debunk of this from Lambda was, see, you can't do this, but the thing is, it was far enough into the game where random nation deving could have made the difference, because the peace deal, working or not, was like 2 dev difference. And 2 dev difference 80 years in is like, that's inside the variance you might expect, you know?
Yeah, except wasn't Kazan too large to annex in 1444? So it would have had to lose dev, which is generally not the trend of dev.
It wasn't in 1444, and it was the second war against Kazan, not the first. Yeah, that's the trick to it.
I didn't see that. I have Ludi's channel. It's the only channel I have blocked on YouTube because of all the annoying clickbait and titles I just got tired of seeing.
Yeah, that's why I stopped watching him as well, is the clickbait titles. And then he started off way more serious than he is now, and
Yeah.
I can't take all of the outright memery, which is rich coming from me, as I completely fucked up a Florence run. But you know, I'll do another one soon, and it'll hopefully go a lot better. Goodness gracious, I'm right off of like 5 multiplayer wins in EU4 as well the last couple of years. I guess it's not too impressive spread over years, but I only play like once a week. I don't know. That's
more than I do. My last multiplayer EU4 campaign, I think, was 7 months ago.
You know the funny bit? We're still up on dev compared to 1444. Like, this is a rescuable campaign, because now we have cores on this stuff too.
Yep.
Yeah, I might try and rescue this, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed.
Demoted.
Thanks for joining on the call, Boom, and thank you guys, everyone on the chat, for hanging around. If you do feel like having other people watch me completely fuck up EU4, hit the like button, more people will see it, and that'll be kind of funny. So, take care, guys.